Hey guys, it's Adia from Adia's Animals, and recently I was cleaning up my room and I found a big stack of Petsmart care pamphlets, and I don't know why I have them. Like, they most likely aren't accurate, like, at all of like how you're supposed to actually care for your pet. So I don't know why or when I got these, but we're going to look through the hamster ones today. I'm no hamster expert. I just am gonna read through them and tell you guys how I feel about them. So the first one I'm gonna look at is getting to know your Syrian and dwarf hamster. So, like at the front, it looks like this. And inside it says, energetic and athletic hamsters. Their fur-lined pouches that extend from their head to their shoulders help them transport food. I don't know why they just state that right there. Like, it's random, but okay. Experience level, beginner. I feel like, I guess they are pretty easy. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say they're like easy. Ugh. Then it says size. Dwarf hamsters grow up to 3 to 4 inches. I think that's accurate. And Syrian hamsters grow 5 to 7. I'd say that's accurate. Lifespan. On average, they live for 2 years. I'd say that's accurate. I mean, I would say maybe more like 1.5 to 2 years. Okay, and then it says, behavior. Hamsters are nocturnal and love running on their hamster wheels at night. I feel, well, they aren't just nocturnal. Some hamsters are crepuscular and not all are nocturnal, but it's funny that they said like behavior. Diet. Hamsters are herbivores. No, they are not. They are omnivores. They eat seeds and plants, or like seeds and vegetables and stuff like that, but they also eat insects. Social. Syrian hamsters can learn to enjoy human interaction but should only be housed alone to avoid fighting as they mature. Glad that they said that Syrians should definitely live alone. Dwarf hamsters can be friendly and social if raised together, but only in same gender pairs should be housed together. Dwarf hamsters probably, definitely, most likely should be housed alone. And it's funny that they said dwarf hamsters can be friendly if raised together. They can definitely be friendly and tamed if they are alone. So they should have said that dwarves should be housed alone to avoid fighting, as well as they did the Syrians. They show like a little drawing, which that cage is way too small, by the way. But they show a little drawing and it's like listing the things down here. How to set up a hamster habitat. Place the habitat in a low, humid areas that's cool temperature should be between 18 and 24 degrees, or I do Celsius, but 65 to 75. I am not at all familiar with Fahrenheit, but 18 to 24 degrees Celsius seems like a good range. Like, I'd say maybe more like 20 to 24, but that's fine. And out of direct sunlight, yeah. Line habitat with 1 to 2 inches of aspen, pine, or paper bedding. Cedar shavings are not recommended. Okay, they should have said aspen or paper bedding, and they should have said cedar and pine shavings are not recommended. And also 1 or 2 inches? Like, the bare minimum is probably like 5, I don't know. I mean, like, you can have like 1 to 2 inches in part of your cage if you have a large cage. Like for me, in the part with her wheel and her sand bath, I have like 1 or 2 inches, but then in like half or maybe a bit more, half the cage, I have like maybe 6 inches. I'm not quite sure. It might be deeper than that, or about 6 inches. So you should definitely have more than 1 to 2 inches of bedding. Spot clean the bedding weekly and change completely at least once a month. I agree that you should spot clean the bedding weekly, but you should not change it completely once a month. You should change like half of it once a month, because it can be kind of stressful if all of their bedding's changed and it all is completely different, and also it's kind of a waste of bedding. It said add in climbing tubes and an exercise wheel for play and exercise. They don't need climbing tubes, but yes, definitely an exercise wheel. Hide houses will provide your hamster with a private spot. Edible nests will encourage your pet to chew and should be cleaned regularly. Edible nests? Oh, I think I know what they're talking about, but those are not safe. They're made of like sawdust and like honey and stuff, and that's not safe for your hamster. They're pretty much ingesting sawdust when they're chewing on those, so they are definitely not safe. What should I feed my hamster? It says 75% pelleted food. This is your hamster's everyday main course. Refresh daily and always keep the bowl 3/4 full. Okay, I don't agree with that. I don't think you should feed your hamster pelleted food. Pelleted food has a lot of hay in it, which is just unnecessary for your hamster, and they need more variety than just pellets. And I don't think you should keep your hamster's bowl always 3/4 full, because they can get overweight if it's always full. It says 15% vegetables. Dark leafy vegetables served every other day. Note, make sure to remove the vegetables after a few hours daily. So I do think that you should feed your hamsters vegetables, but it doesn't just have to be dark leafy vegetables. You can feed them carrots. 5% fruit. Apples, bananas, and melons are a once-a-week treat. Note, make sure to remove the fruit after a few hours daily. So I do, like, if your hamster just kind of eats it and leaves it there, I do, like, you should remove it after a few hours. But Mia, for example, she'll take it and hide it and eat it somewhere else, or so I feel like it'd be hard to remove it, because then I'd have to go digging in her nest and she'd probably get really mad at me for that. And 5% treats. Offer treats twice a week. So yeah, you can definitely feed your hamsters treats. I feed Mia these a couple a week. These little puffs here, and she really likes these, and I feed her a couple of those a week. So you can definitely feed your hamster like treats like this, but a lot of the treats that the pet store sells aren't actually safe, like yogurt drops. You shouldn't feed your hamster yogurt drops. And they should have added something like proteins, like your hamsters can have eggs or chicken or mealworms or crickets, something like that. They should have added that as a category, because hamsters aren't just herbivores. Like, I feed Mia these freeze-dried mealworms, and she really likes these. I also will feed her like a little bit of yogurt sometimes, or a small piece of chicken or scrambled egg, and that's safe for them too. How can I keep my hamster healthy? Contact a small animals veterinarian or speak with a Petsmart associate if you notice the following symptoms. I'm glad that they mentioned that, because a lot of people will just like not like really care, or won't think it's a big deal if your hamster has any of these symptoms. So I think that it's good that they mentioned that, but I don't know if Petsmart associates are very like trained or whatever. They aren't really hired based on their skills and stuff for this, so I think you should talk to a small animal veterinarian and maybe not a Petsmart associate. Oh, and the symptoms are cloudy, sunken, or swollen eyes, wheezing, sneezing, discharge from the eyes. I really can't read today. Like, I think not being in school for so long is bad for my reading skills. Okay. And then on the back it says shopping checklist. What I will need for my hamster. Habitat/pen. A pen. I don't think a pen would be a very good idea, because then you couldn't have like deep bedding in it and your hamster could climb out. So I'd say a habitat or cage sized 12 by 12 by 12 or larger. No. You cannot have a habitat that's 12 by 12 inches. That is way too small for your hamster. That is only 144 square inches of floor space. My cage is almost 1,000 square inches. That is so small. 144 inches. That is way too small. Look, that is 12 or 1 foot by 1 foot. Like, this is the smallest size wheel you can buy for a Syrian, and it like just fits. And like, this is a bowl. Actually, maybe I have a smaller one. I don't use a full food dish with Mia, but like for the cage it has bedding, which I don't have. I'm not going to put bedding in here, but nesting material, not going to put bedding in there. We have exercise wheel. Hide house, food dish, and wood or mineral chews, which this is the smallest chew I have. So how is that all supposed to fit? Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Bedding, yes. Nesting material. You don't have to get like nesting material, just use bedding, or I'll give Mia like tissues and she'll take them into her nest and rip them up and make nesting material out of that. An exercise wheel, that's very important. Hide house, I'm guessing they're talking about like a hut. Food dish, you don't need a food dish. I personally don't give Mia a food dish. I just scatter feed her, but I do put like, I have a little bridge in her cage that I'll put like food on it if it's like vegetables, because I don't want that to get all in the bedding. Water bottle, you don't need a water bottle, you can use a water dish. I prefer to use a water dish, but yeah. Hamster food, yes, and wood/mineral chew. Mineral chews. I haven't looked into mineral chews like at all, but I don't know if they are safe. But definitely wood chews. So yeah, that's this pamphlet. And personally, I think it's very inaccurate. So if you're planning to get a hamster, don't do your research on a pamphlet from Petsmart, because that's not accurate. Definitely do your research. My camera died and now I'm on my vlog camera, so sorry if the quality isn't as good. Thanks so much for watching, and comment down below any videos you think I should make in the future. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you guys next time.